What's up everyone? A lot of people ask me about my live guitar rig, so take your headache pill, here we go. The purpose of my pedalboard is to run one guitar rig and one bass rig at the same time, with the ability to make some guitar chord when needed. First of all, I play an 8-string guitar in drop E tune with EMG active pickup. It allows me to reach some low end, as a bass will do. So, we start with the basic Boss tuner. I know even if I play grind shit, I have to tune my guitar. Then, we go to the Behringer shifter harmonist, which I use to make some kind of dive bomb with the tremble mode. Next, we go to one of the most important thing, my ABY. I used to run passive ABY, but sometimes I got noisy amp, phase issue, and bleed over between both signals. The radial twin city ABY is an active one. It is quite expensive, but allows me to get rid of any problem. After this, I get my two signals. Let's go for the guitar signal. The first treatment is a Behringer HM300, which is a Boss HM2 clone. The HM300 sounds a little brighter and more harsh than the originals, but it's okay for me. Settings are all the way up, the distortion stays at 0, so no drive or distortion so far. It will be the amp's job. The next one is really important, the Dunlop MXR 10-band EQ. It allows me to remove annoying frequencies and get the HM2 sound without getting the big medium curve associated. Everything here is plugged with the 4 or X cable method to the TC Electronic Sentry noise gate. I choose the TC Electronic Sentry noise gate because it's really smart and fast noise gate, faster than most noise gate on the market. The 4 or X cable method allows me to trigger the gate with my signal not yet distorted, just before the HM300. By the way, I use an EVH 5150 50 watts amp head with a noise suppressor and an EQ in the loop. I only use the blue channel as a crunchy preamp, but as I have a very high boosted in signal, it distorts a lot in the end. For the bass side, it starts with something important for the stereo dimension of the rig, the TC Electronics Mimic. I use this one in mono. It makes some few pitch and delay changes to the original signal. Thanks to that, I get a full range stereo between my guitar and bass signals, which are now slightly different, as if someone else plays bass when I play guitar. Right after that, I got my R.A. Benton, the deep EQ, to remove some of the mid-range honkiness in order to get more like a bass sound. Then the main piece is the Douglas X7 distortion. This pedal allows me to compress only the low end and distort only the high end. It results with a bass stable distorted signal. As for the guitar, the last two pedals are connected with the 4 or X cable method to the TC Electronic Sentry noise gate. It ends directly into the bass amp head, the Arke HA3500. I mainly use a solid state preamp and EQing to get different frequency peaks than guitar. To summarize, a bass signal and a guitar signal in stereo dimension. For guitar path, no gain before the amp, but a high input level to distort preamp tubes. Fast noise gate on each stage to make it quiet when not playing. See you soon, cheers!